Wanna brag about it, I wanna tighten up, I wanna show you up, I wanna show you up, I wanna show you, yeah, yeah, I wanna show you up, I wanna show you up.
It is time for a glam. As far as the eye look, I don't know. I'm just going to be out diddly daddling a little bit today. Yeah, we have a kid-free day. I've already done my skincare before I came down to get ready. So we're going to jump right into our brows, eye look. I'm going to wear a black shirt. It's going to be kind of chilly in the movies. And I want to be creative a little, but I don't know what I want to do quite yet. And of course, using the two shades to clean up underneath my brows. And I'm going to use the same two shades to prime my eyelid as well. Okay, I think I found my inspo that I want to do today. Okay. I absolutely love her. Her content is super dope, and this eye look is super cute, and I haven't done a halo in a minute, so let's get into it. So of course I have to pull out my Morphe and Avani Greg eyeshadow palette, the For the Babes palette, because it has a variety of colors, and all the colors that I use in this eye look, I pretty much pull from this one palette. And starting off with my black shade to really deepen up the outer and inner corners to start packing that pigment on. Then going in with the next two colors, which is the pink and orange. And as you can see, just really packing that pink on, slightly starting to buff it out. If you notice with the black shade, it was really more packing than blending. But with the pink, we're doing a little bit of both. We're doing a little bit of packing and we're doing a little blending to buff out those edges and smooth as we go along. But you'll see a little further on how we do a final blend to really blur out those edges, because you do not want any harsh edges. And for all of those colors, I did use my small tapered Morphe brush. This is the 506 brush because it was super small enough to really pack and blend those precise areas. Before I switched to my Morphe 332 medium rounded blender eyeshadow brush. This brush is dense enough and round enough to really help blend those edges. So as you can see, this is where the work really begins when it comes to looks like this, because I don't want the two shades that's touching to look like they're not blended together. So it does take time to really blend and work those colors together. Using my Morphe M333 large rounded blender eyeshadow brush, this is where we really start to smoke out those edges and really make sure those edges are blended out and not harsh. So I'm picking up a little bit of each respective color and smoothing out the edges around where it is. So a little bit of the pink to build up and smoke out that pink on the outer and inner corner, and the orange doing the same in the center part of the top of this eye look, because again, you want those edges to be smooth and no harshness, because that really makes or breaks how well your eyeshadow looks when you're doing creative colorful looks, because you don't want the botchiness. You want it to look smooth and seamless, and blending takes time, it does, but it's so worth it. using a Q-tip and some micellar water to really clean the area a little bit more, where I'm going to go in and cut the halo. After cutting the halo and making sure that my cut is super clean and crisp, blend that out. We're going to start building up that eyeshadow in the center part where the halo was cut, starting with this purple on top of that black shade to really kind of blend that gradient color in there before I start smoothing out those edges. And then we're going to pack the next color, which is the pink, and then we're going to add a shimmer on top, but we're going to use a different palette for that. Sometimes when you take a step back, you'll see where you may need to add a little more, blend a little bit there, a little bit more here. So sometimes just adding those extra blending touches really is essential, and taking a step back before you add the final details. So I'm going in with my Essence Super Precision eyeliner. I love this eyeliner. I'm not doing a wing liner. I'm just really kind of blending it into my deep corner and then blending it together so it can kind of give like a smoky blend. I want the eyeliner to kind of blend into the look. Then we're going to add our lashes. I like to measure my lashes before I glue them and put them on. And then we're going to jump into our base. So had to focus and lock in and see how I wanted to do it. And then yeah, we're gonna do the other side. So, and I really wish I had like a pink shimmer I can put on top. Oh, pink glitter. Love that. I love a glitter topper, and it's like some very fine iridescent glitters on here, because why not? I would not be me if I did not add a little shimmer in some capacity. Perfect. All right, so lashes, liner on. Let's apply the base and then do the final touches to the eyes, because that really is just brings the entire look together. We're going in with our Danessa Myrix Blurring Balm. Then we're going to use the Yummy Skin Serum all over the base. Perfect. Because I want longevity, we're going to go ahead and set these smile lines. Just going in with my MAC paint pot in the shade Painterly to really go ahead and just get this nice and set. Then I like to smooth it in with a beauty blender. Perfect. I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 332. I am not going to mix my foundations today. I'm just going to use my Maybelline today. Usually I like to mix it with my NARS, but I just don't want crease and smile lines, and because I'm not going to be out too long, my Maybelline does me just right. This is a very smoky look. I love a smoky look. Like, I love me a good cut crease, but I love a good smoky eye. Perfect. I have my base nicely applied. Now we're going to go in with our concealers. Of course, Tarte Shape Tape is my fave. And we're going to brighten up. And place the concealer in my T-zone area. And then I use 2 shades. We're going to go in with a warmer shade around that. And of course we have the contour made by Mitchell Curve Case. This is the medium curve case. I am using the shade Toned Up, and I'm really just adding my contour in the areas that I usually do contour my face. Perfect. And we're definitely going to get that nose. Perfect. I like to spray with my Morphe Continuous Mist before I blend anything out. And then my Real Techniques contour brush to start working in my contour. Around my forehead, just get her nice and blended. As you can see, it definitely adds that warmth to my face. And I love a toasty look. And make sure your beauty blender is damp if you're using it to blend out underneath your eye or on your face. You do not want to use a dry beauty blender on your face. Now this blush, we're definitely doing a pink blush. Pink. And we're gonna do it right here. And I'm using that same blush in my Made by Mitchell Curve Case. And we're just keeping it on the apples of our cheekbones and kind of bringing it in a little bit. I like to literally just place it right there. Cohesive. That's what I love. I love this blush brush, y'all. I love this Morphe M204 Cream and Blush Brush. If you guys are not following me on Patreon or subscribe to my Patreon, listen, we got all the gems on there, okay? Perfect. Love it. I'm going to brighten up a little bit more because we love a bright under eye over here. And if you've made it this far in the video, do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button. We have a ton of videos dropping next month, long form and short, and we're going to get into our creative bag in the next quarter. Don't forget to join me on Patreon if you are not. Again, we have our Beauty Besties tier where you get early access to public tutorials, our Glam Insider. We have our monthly music and makeup sessions, product reviews and swatches, honest opinions and exclusive polls. And on our Studio C tier, listen, you get to shadow me for real-time client transformations, full uncut appointment recordings, and behind the blend where you learn the look and breakdown. So there's a lot of things that I don't necessarily post on all platforms, but my Patreon is for my exclusive fam. So join me on Patreon for a lot of the behind the scenes. Now we're diving right into our blush. I'm just lightly setting my cream blush just to kind of add a little bit more pigment after we kind of set it before I go in with highlighter. Now listen, me and highlighter go together real bad, okay? Highlighter is literally like an accessory for me. It's such a subtle but yet powerful part of the makeup. I feel like it really just gives your face that glow if you love that glow. And I love the glow. I love the glow. Now we're gonna lock the base in with our fixing spray by Makeup Revolution. All right, base is done. Let's finish up these eyes. Taking those same colors and just smoking out the lower lash line. Taking this orange and kind of just popping it right underneath here. Really just smoking that out. And I decided to use a black instead of like a purple or white that she used. I just feel like the black really makes my eyes pop, so we're gonna stick with what we do. And then I'm gonna add that same pink and purple. Pink, let's just do that pink too. Even out here. Yeah, I love it. Pretty much it for the lower lashes and lower eyes. So let's do a lip combo. And I love me a good lip combo. We gonna always do a lip combo. For the lip liner, I don't really know the color, shade, or brand. This pencil I got from the beauty supply store. But just pretty much lining my lips. And then we're gonna go in with our Morphe liquid, matte liquid lipstick before we go on top with a gloss. Thank you so much, guys, for watching my tutorial. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so you can definitely stay tuned for more long form content, and drop a comment below if you have any questions, comments about this video, or if you have any looks you want me to recreate. And of course, shouting out the creator who look I did get this inspiration from. She did an amazing job, and I love colorful looks and I love the creatives. I am a creative at heart, so final set. Flawless Finish by Charlotte Tilbury. And yeah,